the schedule makers were tough on the Wesley Wolverines this year. In a season of 10 games, only 3 are played at home. This means the bleachers are frequently empty. But now, Wesley is prepping for the biggest home game of the year, homecoming. Homecoming is a huge event for all students, so it would seem that the players would be easily distracted. But the team is looking at the big picture instead.
We lost our first game to Del Val. It's become increasingly important for us to take a sense of urgency every time we keep on the field. So when we talk to the team, they know, if we're going to put ourselves in a postseason position, we need to keep winning.
But how can it be considered just another game? After all, the Wolverines will only play on this field 3 times this season. So the fans will be ready to see their team in action. With a limited number of contests at Scott Miller Stadium, the factor of added pressure to win this game might be coming into effect. But if a team wishes to be successful, isn't there pressure to win every game?
We always want to please the home fans. I mean, if that's added pressure, then it's added pressure. But I think, we have pressure on, if we're going to be a good football team, we have to win each game. I think that's the pressure we have.
Wesley's looked sharp so far this season, so hopefully they can keep their hot streak going. For WCTV, I'm Chris Agar. Midway through the first quarter, a beat Badmus runs 48 yards down the field, setting Wesley up in great field position. The big play set up a touchdown, putting Wesley up 7-0. Later on, McSweeney on the run finds Gene Knight, and the receiver makes a couple of moves, breaks a few tackles, and turns what would have been a small gain into a 54-yard touchdown, giving Wesley a 14-0 lead to end the first quarter. On the Wolverines' last possession of the first half, McSweeney finds Ellis Kraut for another touchdown, and Wesley enters halftime leading 21-0. At the start of the third quarter, McSweeney finds Kraut again, this time for an 8-yard touchdown, and Wesley is pouring it on at 28-0. With all the scoring, the defense wants to get into the action, so Coleman Petit picks off Brett Mason and goes 18 yards for a defensive touchdown, putting them up 35-0. After another interception, McSweeney finds Stevenson for his 3rd touchdown pass of the game, giving Wesley a 42-0 lead. They would go on to win by a score of 56-7. Shane McSweeney completed 16 of 21 passes for 216 yards and 4 touchdowns. Brandon Wright gained 71 yards on 12 carries and found the end zone twice in relief for the injured Aaron Jackson. Ellis Kraut was the top receiver for the day, reeling in 6 catches for 58 yards and 2 touchdowns. Another fantastic effort by the Wolverine football team. The Greenfest in Dover is a day of fun for the First State. Learn about what's happening in the region as several of the top businesses, including the ASPCA, WDSD Radio, and the State News attend. Find out how to improve your carbon footprint and protect the environment. There are activities for the whole family, including a fashion show, children's sing-alongs, and live performances from the biggest names in local music. Previous acts include the Wilmington School of Rock, Elephant Sky, and Liz Longley. It's also a perfect opportunity for companies to promote and network themselves to a wide variety of people. So come to the Delaware Greenfest, located at Legislative Mall in Dover, for an event everyone will enjoy.
Hi, my name is Robin. I'm here with my friends at allfreeknitting.com who asked me to produce a video about the yarn overstitch. The yarn overstitch is a very simple stitch that's used in lace patterns and otherwise to leave a space in a design while you're knitting. It's usually found in between other stitches. So when you're knitting, You might start with a simple knit 1 and then yarn over, which is usually abbreviated YO. You just take your yarn, wrap it around the needle, and continue knitting. So if you knit the next stitch, you'll knit the next stitch this way, yarn over again. Just wrap the yarn around the needle and continue knitting. Wrap around the needle and continue knitting. Yarn over is used to increase stitches as well. Each yarn over stitch will add one more stitch to your row.